Before you plan your next retreat, there's a foundation that has to exist first. Your planning process, run of show, capacity map, support documents, and post-event structure. In this video, I'm going to show you what each pillar actually does, so your retreat feels grounded, professionally supported, and like you're not running on sheer willpower. If you're here, you're likely done planning retreats from instinct and hope. You don't want to hold the event in your head anymore. You don't want to have this beautiful polished experience where back on the backside, everything's being stitched together. What you want is a backend that actually matches your brand. Because a retreat isn't powered on good intentions. It's powered by decisions, documents, and workflows. Many hosts recognize this at the end of the day. They're proud of the work that they've done, but they're carrying a heaviness that they can't quite name. You may have had the schedule, the sessions, the materials, and some help, and still felt like somehow everything depended on you. That heaviness isn't a personal failure. It's something that happens when you plan a multi-day event and it's held by effort instead of being held by a structure. You had deadlines, but not a planning process. Commitment, but not a capacity map. A timeline, and not a run of show. Information scattered instead of supported. And once it all ended, fatigue, and not a system to carry it all forward. Without an operational foundation, the host becomes the system. And you were never meant to be the system. You were meant to be the leader. And once you see that, the weight that you've been carrying makes sense. And it shows you exactly what needs to be built. A professional retreat backend has 5 main pillars behind it. And when they're in place, things feel easier, but when they're not there, the weight falls back on you. So let's walk through them. Pillar 1 is the planning process. This is the path from idea to execution. It defines what gets decided when, what belongs in each phase, and what needs to be ready before you move forward. Without it, planning feels scattered, but with it, prep becomes something you can actually follow. Pillar 2, capacity and bandwidth mapping. This is where you get really honest about what you can actually carry. It clarifies roles, daily demand, and what truly belongs on your plate. This way you're not walking into retreat week feeling completely depleted already. Pillar 3 is your run of show. This goes beyond a schedule. It outlines ownership, transitions, meals, communications, and backups. It removes guesswork so you're no longer the walking prompt for the entire event. Pillar 4 are your support documents. These hold the backend together. This includes your vendor details, guest communication, delegation notes, access information, simple contingency plans. They move the information out of your head into something that your team can use. And Pillar 5 is your post-event structure. This is how your backend improves instead of resetting. Debriefs, updates, integration notes. With these, every retreat strengthens the next one. These 5 pillars are what every professional leans on. This way, one person isn't carrying everything on their own. When your backend is built, your posture during the retreat changes. You're not hoping that nothing falls apart because you know the plans are clear. The timing is mapped, the capacity is protected, and all the roles are defined. You're not memorizing the schedule. You're not looking around wondering what's next. Why? Because you already decided that weeks ago. Team members step in, vendors follow the plan, and guests experience something that feels smooth and intentional. You're present, you can fully teach, you can eat lunch and enjoy it without having to rebuild things and guests can feel it. When their host is calm, the room is settled. And when your presence is there, the experience. This doesn't require you to become someone else or work more hours. It just requires a backend for all the things that you've been holding alone. Before bigger systems, here are a few grounding steps that you can take right now. Step 1, break your planning into 3 sections: preparation, execution, and follow-up. Assign each task to a phase and notice how the urgency softens. Step 2, clarify responsibilities one layer at a time. List the real responsibilities: arrival, setup, tech, timing, materials. Next, write down who is going to own that section or that action. This gets it out of your head and into something visible, not just for you, but for your team. And step 3, identify the 3 things that carry the heaviest weight for you at your last event. Ask what drained you the most. And then ask yourself, did this really belong to you? Did it belong to somebody else? Or could it have been made into a system? These are small shifts, but they create immediate stability. And that will help you show up differently at your next event. You can see now what a professional retreat backend looks like and how it can help you. You've been carrying way too many roles on your own. And it's not that you're incapable, but you just didn't have the backend built to support. Even the most experienced team rely on a central system. This way, it's not memories or scattered files that are running the show. If you've been thinking, I want my next retreat to feel steadier, I really don't want everything having to run through me, or I'm really ready for some real backend support, that right there is alignment, and it's not too much. And that's why I created the Event Command Center VIP Day. In one focused day, I'll take everything you've been holding, the timelines, the documents, vendor communications, decisions, and build one central operational hub that you and your team can work from. It's a fully built, execution-ready backbone. And if that's something you're interested in and that feels right for your next event, you can find more information about it down below in the description. And if you want more guidance like this, be sure to subscribe before you go.